Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to share with you the story of the Untouchables, a touching and inspiring tale of friendship that blossoms between two individuals from completely different worlds. Part 1. The Beginning of a Friendship. The film opens with a thrilling nighttime car chase through the streets of Paris. Driss, a charismatic man from the suburbs, is behind the wheel of a luxurious Maserati, with Philippe, a wealthy quadriplegic, seated beside him. As they speed through the city, they're pursued by the police. When finally stopped, Driss claims that Philippe needs urgent medical attention. Philippe feigns a seizure, convincing the officers to escort them to the hospital. Once there, Driss casually drives away, leaving the police bewildered. The narrative then rewinds to the beginning of their relationship. Philippe, residing in an opulent Parisian mansion, is interviewing candidates for the position of his live-in caregiver. Among the applicants is Driss, who isn't genuinely seeking employment, but merely wants a signature to confirm he applied, ensuring his eligibility for unemployment benefits. His candid and unfiltered demeanor intrigues Philippe. Instead of dismissing him, Philippe offers Driss a trial period, sensing that his unconventional approach might bring a refreshing change to his life. Driss moves into Philippe's luxurious Parisian mansion, initially overwhelmed by the opulence surrounding him. Unaccustomed to such an environment, he approaches his caregiving duties with a mix of humor and irreverence. Despite lacking formal training, Driss's straightforwardness and lack of pity resonate with Philippe, who has grown weary of caregivers treating him with excessive sympathy. As days pass, Driss begins to adapt to his new role. He assists Philippe with daily routines, from dressing to personal hygiene, often injecting levity into these tasks. Their interactions are filled with witty banter, reflecting a growing camaraderie. Driss's candid nature challenges Philippe's reserved demeanor, introducing spontaneity into his structured life. One evening, Philippe experiences a severe phantom pain episode. Driss, unfamiliar with such occurrences, remains calm and supportive, helping Philippe through the ordeal. This incident marks a turning point, deepening the trust between them. Philippe begins to confide in Driss, sharing personal stories and thoughts he had previously kept private. Their bond strengthens further during a shared evening of smoking cannabis, where they discuss life, love, and their respective pasts. Driss's unfiltered perspective offers Philippe a fresh outlook, encouraging him to embrace life's unpredictability. In turn, Philippe introduces Driss to classical music and art, broadening his cultural horizons. Part 2. Deepening Friendship and First Challenges. As time passes, Driss becomes more than just a caregiver. He becomes an indispensable companion in Philippe's life. He breaks all the rules of behavior in this refined household, dancing in the kitchen, joking with the staff, and showing no deference to anyone, including Philippe himself. But that's precisely his strength. He helps Philippe feel not like a disabled person, but like an ordinary individual with unique circumstances. In one memorable scene, Driss introduces Philippe to the music of earth, wind and fire, joyful, lively, and rhythmic. He starts dancing, even involving the conservative staff of the mansion. Philippe, accustomed to Vivaldi and Chopin, smiles and, for the first time in a long while, experiences joy in simple pleasures. Simultaneously, a new subplot unfolds. Philippe is engaged in a secret correspondence with a woman named Eleanor. They've never met in person, but he's been in love with her for some time. They exchange letters, sharing thoughts and feelings. However, Philippe is afraid to reveal that he's confined to a wheelchair. He's held back by the fear of being rejected because of his physical condition. Upon learning about the correspondence, Driss is surprised. "Are you serious? You've been writing to her for months and still haven't met? Write to her. Call her. Go see her." But Philippe is afraid. He's accustomed to being rejected. He recalls how people, upon seeing his physical state, would start to avoid him. He doesn't want to lose the fragile but genuine connection he already has with Eleanor. Meanwhile, Driss faces his own problems. His younger brother has fallen in with a bad crowd, and tensions at home are high. His aunt, with whom he lived, is tired of his absence and behavior. Despite living in luxury, his internal sense of duty to his family remains. He begins to realize that perhaps his place is at home, where he can support his younger siblings, rather than in a mansion with gilded walls. For the first time, he finds himself at a crossroads. Stay with Philippe, to whom he's become a friend and more, or return to his former, challenging but authentic life. Philippe also starts to sense that something is changing between them. He knows he can't hold on to Driss if he decides to leave. Instead of persuading him to stay, he gives him the freedom to choose. In the farewell scene, there are no grand words, just a firm handshake. They look at each other, both understanding that this isn't the end, but that they're becoming different. True friends who can let each other go to become better. Part 3. Return, Love, and Freedom. After Driss's departure, Philippe's home reverts to its former quiet and formal atmosphere. The new caregiver is meticulous, polite, and punctual, but there's a cold distance between him and Philippe. Everything is done by the book, devoid of warmth. Laughter vanishes. Genuine connection disappears. Philippe retreats into himself once more. An inner emptiness consumes him. His physical pain intensifies, and depression returns. He no longer finds joy in life. At one point, he stops answering calls, refuses food, and loses interest in his correspondence with Eleanor. His household grows concerned. No one can rekindle the spark in his eyes that was present when Driss was around. Then unexpectedly, Driss returns. Without warning, without many words. He simply enters the room with a smile and warmth in his eyes as if no time has passed. Seeing Philippe's condition, he decides to act immediately. He places Philippe in the car and drives him away from the mansion. Toward the sea, toward light, toward life. The road, as in the film's beginning, becomes a symbol of freedom once again. They laugh, listen to music, and share comfortable silences. Their bond reignited, requiring no words. Upon arriving at a cozy seaside restaurant, Driss steps out first. He adjusts Philippe's collar, looks at him warmly and says, "She's already here. It's time." Philippe is taken aback. He realizes this is the moment he's feared for months. Inside, he's anxious. But beside him stands Driss, the one who restored his strength to be himself. Driss leaves, allowing Philippe to face this moment alone. Philippe slowly enters the restaurant, and there, seated at a table, is Eleanor. She smiles, he smiles back. In that instant, the entire film converges into a single point. In that gaze, in that warmth, which no longer depends on appearances, but on genuine human connection. Epilogue. The screen displays real photographs of Philippe Pozzo, Di Borgo, and Abdelselou, the very individuals whose true story inspired the film. Their friendship endured for decades. Philippe, a paralyzed aristocrat from France. Abdel, a refugee from Algeria, once a street thief. They became more than just caregiver and patient. They became each other's freedom, support, mirror, humor, and heart. The Untouchables isn't merely a film about friendship. It's a story about how two completely different individuals can pull each other out of darkness, about how laughter can be healing, and about the importance of not fearing to be seen for who you truly are. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this recap of The Untouchables, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I have plenty more engaging videos about movies and inspiring stories. Check out the next video. I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. See you in the next one.